seats. The Kenya Kwanza coalition had 165 seats. The majority coalition was one who should be the leader of majority in parliament is Mr. Opiyo and I of Azimio. But they started immediately when the results were announced to start pushing. Immediately before being sworn in, they had already bought a party which is an affiliate of Azimio called UDM. Then the other one called PA. Another one called Maendeleo Sharp Sharp. Crossed the floor to join the other side, making therefore Kenya Kwanza now have majority. And that's how they managed to win the speaker elections. And they now imposed their person as a speaker of the National Assembly. If the judiciary was right, those elections should have been nullified. Because those people who had moved, they were elected in Azimio, should not have been allowed to participate in the elections. Because they had defected. And under our laws, if you move from a party that sponsored you to elections, you are required to resign or lose your seat and go for a by-election. That has not happened. So now Kenya Kwanza is enjoying artificial majority in parliament. Then they went on again to now raid the other parties. You've seen members of ODM going to State House announcing that they are going to work with this Kenya Kwanza government. You are elected on the ODM ticket. If you want to work with Kenya Kwanza, resign, go back for a by-election and be re-elected and come back. Then they raided now our other new party, Jubilee. Several members of Jubilee announced that they are now going to work with Kenya Kwanza. They are moving away from the Azimio coalition without following the process that is provided for in law. You cannot just announce Azimio is a coalition, there's an agreement. If you want to remove, you must follow the process, because the leadership of Jubilee is very much still in Azimio. But members of the Jubilee Party who are elected in the Jubilee Party, therefore Azimio, are now sitting on the other side of the house. So now you see, Parliament has completely been compromised. They are enjoying an artificial majority in Parliament. And now they can pass all the laws that they want. Bills are published, they're taken to the State House, members are called there, and they're told you must pass this bill as it is. When it comes to the House, there's no debate. The Speaker normally should move a procedural motion to reduce the time that's allowed to members. In the old days when we were in that parliament, you could speak for the whole day on a bill. There's no time limitation. And continue again the following day. Only when the time is closing near is when either you call the mover to reply or you reduce the time. But you cannot reduce the time below 15 minutes. Usually it used to be 20 minutes. Now they say you have only 5 minutes to speak on a bill. What can you say in 5 minutes on a bill? And when you start speaking, after 3 minutes, the first light is flashing. After 5 minutes, the red light. They've removed the speaker from you. So you can't continue talking. So this parliament is useless. It's just a rubber stamp. And you have a speaker who is once a speaker is elected, first, if he was a member or a leader of a political party, he must resign from that political party. and he must be neutral. You have a case here where speakers are attending political rallies, speaking on issues which are before Parliament. Themselves, they were already taken aside on an issue which is before him as a speaker. What kind of parliament is that? What kind of parliament is that? A speaker is not supposed to take sides. A speaker is supposed to be somebody who is neutral. And then a speaker who every weekend is accompanying members of parliament on harambes. He's the one giving the member money for harambes, and he's going to take them there, and he's talking there now as Kenya Kwanza. And hurling also insults at Baba. But he's a speaker of a National Assembly. So the National Assembly is completely in disrepute. The speakers themselves have shown by their own actions that they are not fit to be called speakers. We have had speakers in that house who have excelled themselves. The founding speaker was called Sir Humphrey Slade. He set a standard, a bar, too high. If you go and read Slade's rulings, you see this is a speaker speaking. And with several other speakers. Another one was the speaker, Kenneth Marandi, a true speaker. You know, then Parliament was Parliament. Today, the Parliament is Shenzi Parliament. It's nothing. So, then they also corrupt members of Parliament. Because what is happening is the Parliament has budgeted money that it does not need. There's too much money in Parliament because they actually blackmail the legislature. And therefore, you've got money to bribe members of Parliament with the trips. I'm going to send you to Ireland. You can go with your wife or your girlfriend. You can go to the United States. You can go to Australia. You can go to Germany, and so on and so forth. So MPs most of the times are on the air. Some of them change clothes at the airport. When they come, they go to Mombasa. All the committees meetings are held in tourist hotels in Mombasa. And you can go there with your darling or your girlfriend. So there's nothing happening in the legislature here. Then you see the amendment that they bring. Some of the amendments which are unconstitutional, and they are pushed and passed without any debate in this parliament. So you don't have a parliament that can oversight the executive. You don't have a parliament that can, that's one. Two, and this is what is happening today, happened in the 60s. So history is repeating itself. That's why I started by telling you the more things change, the more they remain the same. Two is now the issue of the judiciary. You see, judiciary is also being raided. Judiciary is now making rulings which are in favor of the executive. The executive can threaten you. You saw the senator for Busia, Mutata, challenging the finance bill in court, and was told directly by the chief executive of the chief of the executive that you're wasting your time. I am the president of this country. You cannot defeat me in court. I will defeat you. And then the chief justice puts together a bench which is user-friendly and makes a ruling in favor. Okay? You say this matter is still going on, but you say that you are removing, this had been suspended, the implementation finance bill had been suspended. Then they say they are removing the suspension, but allowing the case to continue. So when people are being taxed already, there is a case in court. You see, there is the kind of judiciary that you have. save others. Right now, we are going to know right now. And we saw the kind of brutal leaders have moved there and tearing those structures like pieces of paper. You guys have seen that. You see, you think that this is something like from the Wild West. It was happening right here. And the ruling was made on Friday by judiciary in Machakos. The ruling was made on Friday. On Saturday, the bulldozers were already on site, pulling down the dosini. And these are people who live there for years. They have constructed those permanent structures, homes you have seen. Some of them have acquired loans from banks to put up those structures. Then there are schools. Children are going to school there and exams are coming. And they're being demolished. Churches are being demolished in that place. Even if you are president, and you know that because you are maybe the one who was behind this case, because he said we now got a ruling yesterday, and we are going to remove these people, and 1,000 acres we are going to give to special economic zone. Others are going to do affordable housing. There is a housing already in that estate. It does not say anything about the people who are resident there. If you are responsible for carrying government, even if there is a ruling, you first give these people notice. You give them notice, 3 months to vacate. And what you do in your carrying government, look for an alternative site and help these people to construct new shelters there. These are human beings. They're men, women, children, people who are disabled, who are living there. And this is supposed to be an independent country. And you're saying we are carrying government. And it is go at the Mahasla, at Mamamboga. Where did that language go? Where did that language go? You're doing this thing to your own people. You think this is probably Palestine, when you see the kind of destruction going on in Mavoko. That itself tells you the erosion of our democratic system. That is because we have a new